What's going on, guys? It's Wispin here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be talking about the mod Journey Map. I'm going to be going over exactly what the mod is, all of the different features, as well as how you can actually get the mod and use it on the Pokecentral network. So Journey Map is a Minimap plugin for Minecraft. It puts a little map up in the top corner of your screen. You can actually move that around as well. We'll get into that a little bit later on in the video. All you need in order to run this mod is Forge. So you don't actually need to install Pixelmon in order to use it or anything like that. You can use it in your own single player world or on servers. However, I'm going to be talking about specific use with Pixelmon on the Pokecentral network because that is my server and that is the main place that I hope you guys are checking out because the server is really awesome and I think you guys will get a lot of use out of this mod, and we're going to be doing some really cool events related to it that I'm going to talk about a little bit later on in this video. So first thing, let's go ahead and cover how exactly you can get Journey Map. Now, the number one way I recommend getting Journey Map is by using our Technic Mod Pack. In order to get our mod pack, you need to visit technicpack.net and then go ahead and click the downloads button here, scroll down, and you will select the version for your operating system. So either Windows, Mac, or Linux. Most of you will probably either be Mac or Windows. After you download the launcher, you should get a little window that pops up that looks like this, and all you have to do is log in to your Minecraft account just like you normally would on the regular Minecraft launcher. So it's just your Minecraft email address as well as your Minecraft password, and then you click login. Once you've logged in, all you need to do is head over to Mod Packs, type in the search bar here, Pokecentral Pixelmon, and that should pull up our mod pack. I already have it installed, so it was already here the whole time, but if you haven't used Technic before, that's all you need to do. Go ahead and click the install button, which should be somewhere around right here on the screen, and it will automatically download and install Pixelmon, Journey Map, Optifine, as well as some custom configurations in order to make Pixelmon run a little bit better. I also highly recommend going into launcher options here, going over to Java settings and making sure that your memory is either set to 2 gigabytes or 3 gigabytes, depending on how much memory your computer has. If you only have 4 gigabytes total RAM on your computer, use 2 gigabytes. If you have 8 or more, then you can use 3. The reason I recommend using our Technic Mod Pack is because it keeps everything up to date for you. If we ever update Journey Map, if we ever update the server Pixelmon version, or we ever update our resource pack, all of that is included in our Technic Mod Pack, and it'll be one click, and it will update everything for you instantly. So you never have to worry about making sure you have the correct version of Forge or Pixelmon or anything else because it's all there for you, ready to go. Now let's get into a little bit more about Journey Map, how exactly we're going to be using it on the server for special events, and how you guys can go ahead and modify Journey Map to your liking. So if you go ahead and press J, that is the default keybind for the Journey Map menu, it will open up the full screen map, which is also really cool. And you will notice that there are these Pixelmon icons all around me down here, and these are actually Pokemon around me in the world, so it's really cool. Now, this is the feature that we are kind of going to be doing events with. A lot of people don't really like having the Pokemon radar because they feel like it's a bit like cheating. You don't really have to look around as much and you can just tell where all of the different Pokemon are. I personally find it to be pretty helpful, but I do also agree that it is a little bit overpowered. It's not really fair because you can just see all the different Pokemon around you, and I believe it even shows shiny Pokemon, so it kind of makes the hunt a little bit less fun. So what we plan on doing is having certain weekends and events where we will actually enable the Pokemon showing on the radar, and then most of the time they will be disabled. So currently I have it enabled on the test server that I'm on right now, but on the live servers it is completely disabled. However, this weekend, so starting Friday, that is I believe 3 days from the day that I am posting this video, we will be enabling the Pokemon sprites showing on the minimap for the entire weekend. So that will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You will be able to use the Pokemon radar and it will just automatically turn on and off for you. You don't have to worry about that at all. But there are a few settings that you will need to change in order to make sure everything is working exactly how you want it. So if you go ahead and press J again and you head down here to the options tab, you'll click that and you'll go to your Minimap preset 1. And this is where you can change some different things in order to make sure that the minimap is exactly how you want it. Most of these settings I'm not going to go over. You can explore them for yourself. But if you head down to where it says mob display, by default, I believe it should be on small dots. I definitely recommend changing that to large icons. Anytime we turn on the Pixelmon radar, it will actually show the Pokemon on the radar if you have it turned to large icons. If you have it on small dots, it will still show the Pokemon. But as you can see in the top right corner there, they're just little dots. They're not the actual Pokemon sprites, so it's really not as useful. But like I said, if you go into options, minimap, and turn this to large icons, that'll be a lot easier. You can also turn player display into large icons, and that will show player heads on the minimap, which I think is a pretty cool feature. And then there is a bunch of other things, like you can change the size of the minimap down here, and you can see now the minimap should be a little bit smaller up there in the corner. It's really just up to your preference. I definitely just recommend changing that sprite setting so that you can actually see the Pokemon sprites on your minimap during those events when we enable it. So another really cool feature with the Journey Map is something called waypoints. This is basically a way for you to set points on your minimap so that you can find them more easily. So for example, we have the Pokecenter here. If I go ahead and press B and I point my crosshair exactly where I want the point to be, let's put it right on the NPC here, and I do B, and then I can name this waypoint Pokecenter. And then I can change it to whatever color I want. So I want it to be red because it's the Pokecenter, and I want it to be enabled and save. That's all you have to do. And now you can see up on my minimap there, it says Pokecenter, and it is saved right at this location so that I always know how to find my way back there, even though it's pretty easy to find most places on the server. And of course, you can always do /warps. It's just a really cool feature to have, so you can go around and you can put these waypoints all over the place at your base, around spawn, wherever you want them. Now, another minor feature that I find super useful is actually zooming in and out on the minimap, and you can do that by pressing the minus and equal symbol. So just after your numbers on your keyboard, if you press minus, it'll zoom out, you can see on the minimap, and if you press the equal sign or the plus button right next to it, it will zoom back in on the minimap, and you can zoom all the way in. I like to keep it about around halfway just so you can see where specific Pokemon are. If Pokemon sprites were disabled, then I might change the position to be a little bit further out, but I know when you're zoomed out all the way, you really can't tell where the Pokemon are. So this is what the radar will look like most of the time because we're usually going to have Pokemon disabled. So you can see there is no longer any sprites up there in the top corner. But like I said, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Pokemon sprites will be enabled all weekend long, and we will be doing future events like that all of the time so that people can spend a little bit more time during the weekend finding the Pokemon that they want, and they don't have to search so much. Now, I want to go ahead and hop onto the live server really quick and just show you guys how quickly Pokemon spawn and how easy it is to find them around you when the sprites are enabled, so that you guys know if you use this mod on the Pokecentral server during one of those events, you are going to have a very easy time finding any Pokemon that you want. Alright guys, so I am on the live server now. You can see there is 100 other players online, and I am sitting in spawn, and it is absolutely crazy how many Pokemon are around me. Let me go ahead and enable them there. Look at that, that's insane. There's so many, and this is just at spawn. Now I'm going to go ahead and RTP on the server, which will teleport me randomly into the wilderness, and we're going to see how quickly Pokemon will spawn around me. I have not actually tested this, but I'm always getting messages saying that there is no Pokemon spawning, so I want to test it in order to see if that is true or if people are just not looking hard enough. So let's go ahead and RTP and watch the mini map there. It looks like there's already one Pokemon spawned. Wow, I spawned in a very dangerous place here. But as you can see, there is already 5, 6, 7, 8. If we go into the actual full-size map, actually, why is that not updating? Good question. Maybe if we click follow. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can see there is already a bunch of Pokemon around me. I am the little blue icon here, and then all of these Pokemon sprites have spawned in since I teleported. There is a ton of Pokemon always spawning around you guys. Trust me, there is pretty decent Pokemon spawns on the server. If you're not seeing any Pokemon, it is most likely the case that there is either just really small Pokemon that are hard to find, or you aren't looking hard enough, because obviously there's a lot. There's 100 players on right now, and I am still getting this amount of spawns, which I know I'm the owner on the server. However, it does not actually impact server spawns at all. My rank has no impact. I'm just like any other player in that regard. So pretty cool to see that there are so many Pokemon. That is insane. I was expecting there to be a lot less, but you can see on the minimap there is just a ton. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to showcase Journey Map and let you guys know that we are going to be doing that event with this mod. At some point in the future, we might end up just enabling the radar for Pokemon all the time, but I feel like the mod, even without the Pokemon radar, is super helpful and really cool. I'm definitely going to be using it on my series, and you guys can let me know down in the comment section below, do you think we should just leave the Pokemon radar on all the time, or continue doing it as short events during weekends and other holidays and things like that, just as a little special bonus occasionally? And one last thing I want to mention before I end this video is everything on the Pokecentral store is currently 50% off. That is going to be lasting for a few more days at least, so I definitely recommend checking out the store, seeing if there's anything that you want to purchase. I believe the ranks are probably the best value because you keep them forever. Even if we ever reset the server, you will keep your rank until the server closes many years in the future. So I definitely recommend ranks over anything else. Particularly pro rank is really good because it gives you access to /PC as well as /Pokeheal, and it's only $5 right now while everything is 50% off. Or legend rank, which is currently $25 with 50% off, and it's pretty useful as well because you can actually use /fly in the survival area, which is really awesome. You also get priority queue if you have any rank on the server, the cheapest one or the most expensive one, which basically just means you get put in front of all non-ranked players if you're trying to join a full server. It's actually really useful to have, especially right now because the servers are almost always full. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.